look for something to muffle the sound of a resounding discontentment that penetrates the press of my full lips. I am trying to make sense of this burden I didn't ask to carry. It won't lose its grips on me. It follows closely behind me. I am like the walking dead. I wake up and pretend. I perform and pretend. I parent and pretend. I do this brain dead. But just before I go to bed, right before I close my eyes, I awaken from my sleepwalk and I cry silently. When no one is there to occupy space and time, I can no longer pretend. I long for what was lost and in my estimation will no longer be recovered. I feel every feeling I refuse for that day. Every ounce of my humility meets me face to face. When the house is silent and all my cares are asleep, I can feel its breath upon my cheek. It dances down my face in the form of tears. This feeling is the equivalent to watching the one you love most exhale then inhale no longer. While they lay in the warmth of your useless arms, I violently shake myself. But there seems to be no pulse. Life has become my deathbed and my soul its mortar. This is torment, a disease with no vaccine. I frantically dial friends, empty conversations and cliche-quoted beliefs. Absolutely no comfort to a very lost me. I place a call to my siblings. The words are nice and sweet. They mean well, but still no relief. Where on earth or in heaven is my release? Even though I am reluctant, I know that there is only one cure for this disease. My body, unable to sustain all this pressure, becomes weak and it doubles over and bends right at the knees. Before I know it, I now kneel before my God. At first, I am apprehensive to speak because I feel as though He has forsaken me. But in His presence, I am overwhelmed with acceptance. I begin to speak. I tell Him I quit. I bury my face in His chest and I break my silent cry. I scream, I shout, I plead. I tell Him, I can't do this without you. I need your help. And I'm sorry I tried to become my own king. Please hear me. And His mercy greets my sorrow. His grace kisses my forehead, and His Holy Spirit sings sweetly over me. He comforts the hankering in my broken spirit and contrite heart. His love gently lifts my chin, and His eyes meet mine. And I repeat this night by night, and bit by bit, He picked up my shattered pieces and skillfully pieced me back together. Then finally, disparity I felt deep in the bowels of my soul break completely, and my sorrow has turned into dancing, and I receive joy for my mourning. Heaven was listening to my desperation. I called, He responded. He will answer.